Hi everyone. Hey, today's the 4th of July here in the USA, and it's Monday, and we're having our weekly call for the Artist Accelerator Pro training. And this is one that's re-recorded because we just had the live call, and our participants were online from California and all the way from Nairobi, Kenya. And somebody forgot to record that call, so I'm giving you the recap version. It'll be a little bit briefer, and going to show you some samples of the hard copy press kits. So today we're talking about press kits, and that means both the offline press kits and online press kits. So to start out with, I want to tell you why you really do need to have both. So it's important to have an offline press kit, which is AKA a hard copy, and a online copy. So the reason why you want to have the hard copy, and I'll tell you what it includes. In fact, why don't I go over what it includes first so you know what I'm talking about. The hard copy press kit is going to include an actual CD, the physical CD, which is hard copy. I know, old school, but there's some people who really like old school and only want the hard copies. It's going to have the CD. This is from an artist named Hayam, who's amazing, based out of Los Angeles, that we've worked with, and sent out press kits for him. So the press kit that's a hard copy besides your CDs is going to include, it's nice to have a sticker made for your band. Also, we have our own label stickers, so we either include the band sticker and or the label sticker on a folder. And then the gig posters or artist poster is a great addition to have in your hard copy press kit. You can also include any, if you have a one sheet, it's nice to put the one sheet in the folder so that it's a professional package. Here's one, another hard copy. This band, the Jack City Blues Band, has a few, we printed out photos of the band and their logo, and also a full band photo. It's nice to have a band photo in the press kit. This includes our Paramount Booking International logo and contact info with the band name and phone number. Also, it's great to include a personal note, so we use our own Paramount Booking International stationery to write a note. If you have your band stationery, even if you don't, you can print it out with, put a logo on there, and you can put like 4 or 6 of these on a sheet of paper and cut it and then put your note into the press kit. And that's a really nice way to present yourself. Some artists have a larger poster. This is our artist Gary Spizzeri that we've worked with on booking gigs and promoting, and so he's got a bigger poster. This one, it's large like that. We just basically we have to fold it in half. So sorry, Gary. If you have the smaller one, I think it's just as good. And then the CD, of course. So I just wanted to point out, when you're including your CD in your hard copy press kit that you're sending out, make sure to take off this plastic coating on it and to just have it so it's easy to open, because that's really a pain for people, like booking people to try and open, and it's kind of frustrating and they might just give up before they get it open. And the second reason is because you want to be able to put your business card in here and into the CD. So I would suggest when you have a CD, you want to tape it on the inside, or if it's a paper CD, tape it to the back of the CD cover so that when they're opening and playing the CD, they have your contact info right there, and they don't have to try and search around and find out how to contact you or where the CD came from, or look and see if they can read the website and the contact info. So really make sure you put your business card and paste it on that, or tape it on. Here's a smaller little envelope. This works too for a hard copy press kit. This band that we worked with in the past, Monkey Ska, they're amazing, ska band from the San Jose Bay Area. They played all over the world and all around the US, so they definitely know a thing or two about successful press kit creating and sending. This one, they've got their soft copy with the CD. It's nice because it's easy to mail. It's in this little plastic envelope. And then a mini band picture, which works just fine. And they have a nice Monkey Ska sticker. And then, not to be forgotten, is their write-up. So what you want to include on your write-up is the band bio, of course, your contact info, and a little bit about your style, some performances that are key that you've done. Also, they put in what their selling points are. You know, that's a good thing to do, that they're professional, quality music, socially conscious lyrics, 4+ hours of original and cover songs. You know, a lot of times people, especially people who would want a hard copy, they want to know how long your music is and if you're playing originals, if you could play covers. Professional quality instrumentation. They also offer a horn section and classic Hammond organ, so it's pretty cool. So anything that's really unique or a selling point about your band, that's great to add. They also happen to have product endorsements, TV and movie appearances, and some achievements that they've won and been nominated for awards, and then band members. And then they have the logos of the different music instrumentation lines that sponsor them, their email, and their website. This is old. They still have MySpace. That was the no-no from last week. And their email, it's okay, monkeyscott@yahoo.com. So that would pass our email test that we talked about in the last call. And then they also have this is actually a press clip. So if you have any press, it's great to include that for sure. And at least the highlights. And then they even include their tech rider. So, right, they're already anticipating that this organization or festival or client is going to like what they see and decide to book them. So the tech rider, great, good job. And we'll talk about tech riders in an upcoming call, about stage plots too, how to make sure you have a professional one, which they do. You can see here, it's professional. Well done, Monkey. Curtis, way to go. So Curtis used to work with us on bookings too. Curtis is a great guy, and I love Monkey Ska. I'm partial to ska. I used to be a mod. I was a ska mod girl. And then on the outside, you want to make sure to include your label with your band logo and your contact. So these you can get printed. They're really cheap. Just buy a package at the FedEx, Kinko's, or Home Depot. Office Depot. You want to go to Office Depot and Office Max, get that, and then you can print them out at FedEx, Kinko's, or you can print them out at home. And they just make it look so much more professional. I mean, that's what we use, and if there's a band that's really professional, they'll have that too. So you want to get that. This is a sample for hard copy that is a video. So these guys, seriously, if you copy what Monkey Ska does, or with the Cocktail Monkeys. This is the Cocktail Monkeys. So if you copy what either one of these bands do, these guys get a ton of gigs too, okay? Because they're very professional. That's why. They pretty much do their own booking, and they're full-time musicians, and they get full-time jobs too that they have. But the Cocktail Monkeys, they're also in the San Jose area. And so they have this, it's season 3, episode 3 of the Cocktail Monkeys. So they made their DVDs into like a cute little marketing, like performance show. So that's pretty trick. If you could do something like this, I would recommend it. They also have We don't have it right now because we sent them all out when we had them, but they have some glossy, like this. They pretty much use a black glossy folder, which you can buy also at the office store, and then put your business card. This is our business card for Paramount Booking. If you have a band, not if, but if you're a band, put your band business card in here, and then the CD. So like Cocktail Monkeys have their CD, and then they have a page with their press, and they have a sheet with a nice photo of the band. So that presentation is really important. It should include a link, not a link, but your actual music, CD, or video, or both. This band, Liquid Blue, also a band that we've worked with, and Scott from Liquid Blue is amazing. Like, he's been booking his band for years, and these guys have played all over the world. They're actually the most traveled band. They've played in every continent numerous times, and they've also played in both British and American Antarctica. So try and beat that. They've got a great band shot. Okay, so they have their promo here with the full band, their logo, and then they have some other band photos. That's a really nice promo piece. These pictures are also on their website. So you can use your media for numerous. You can use it online and offline. So really, to have a offline press kit, once you have that, you've already got all the components and the elements for the online press kit. So it's totally practical to have both. I recommend having both. Here's their sticker, which looks good on black or blue or gold folders. And then they also, I like it with the blue or with black. And then this is their promo video. That was actually, this was from 2010. But these guys often update their media. And then they have the video, which gives the people who will book them a sample of their live performance. And they have a CD too. And then, like I was telling you, attach your own business card with your contact here. So he's got, so smart, he has already a blank space here to write in the contact info. So he can use it himself and send it out, or he can have a booking agent or another third party send it out and put their contact info. So if you look at Liquid Blue website, he's really smart because he has an agent-friendly site. Like, there's none of his contact info on this CD, okay? Right? So, not even the website. I mean, you can find them on the web, but why it's so smart is he could get booked by anybody and they can send it out and put their contact info on here. And a lot of times with the people who do want hard copies, which I'm going to talk about next, that's really important in getting the gig and booking the gig. So people who mostly ask for these hard copy promo kits or EPKs, electronic press kit, well, it's not electronic because it's a hard copy. People who ask for press kits that are hard copies are either festivals and summer series community concerts where they have a committee that books the bands. And so those committees, they request the CD so they could have these listening parties and then listen to the music and decide who they're going to book. Okay, so that's one big reason to have a hard copy. And also they can see how professional you are, right? And then another group that books with the hard copy, besides some of the big festivals actually who request them, there's also events, like corporate events. So when corporate people are booking a band, they need to have the hard goods because they usually have to get an approval, or they have a committee or group, or it's for a certain event that's getting organized by somebody else and they've been tasked to bring in the music. So they need to take it and give it to someone and they'll listen to it, and they always like a hard copy, okay, so to give the decision maker. And another group that likes to have the hard copies, it's whether or not you like working with them, I'm just telling you who wants them, is people who are having weddings. Okay, they're always going to ask for a CD. And quite frankly, the band that I just showed you, the Cocktail Monkeys and Liquid Blue, okay? So they have like probably the kick-assest press kits out of anybody, and they get all the corporate gigs, they get all the weddings, so they know how to tailor their messaging and their media and their marketing and the whole presentation to those groups. And why would you want to get those groups to book you? Because they pay the most, okay? So check out their websites. And Liquid Blue, they actually have a really good promo video on their website. And in these days, because this is 2016, we're talking about a video they had in 2010, and even the Cocktail Monkeys video that was from the early 2000s or mid 2000s, probably around 2007 or 12. So they're kind of outdated. And now even the Liquid Blue, Scott, the band leader, sends people to their website to watch the promo video, even though there are still people who want the hard copies. So you can actually do both, and you will have both once you make the hard copy. The other one thing, I'm going to share my screen now to show you. So when we talk about that promo video, right, which will be on your website. So, can you see my screen? Hold on. Okay, what I want to show you, oh, here. Okay, so now you can see my screen. I'm going to go a little backwards than we did on the call today. I'm going to show you first, if you're doing that video as an EPK. I just got this one in my mailbox today. This is another artist from Africa. And he's actually sending, this is his EPK, which is a video. It's about 10 minutes long. And he explains about himself as an artist and the type of music he does and his story, and everything is on here. So it's really well done, and I don't think there's too much wrong with it. It's great because he has it for 2016, and so it's very current, and you definitely want to have a current EPK. There's another band that I want to show you. Also has an EPK here. They call it a promo reel. So you could actually call it that, it's fine, or just change the name to EPK. And see, they also have the date, 2016. So I think that's really important, that it's current and that you can see that it's current as a booking agent or somebody who's decision making for booking the band. You want to see that's current. Now, why I think this promo video is a little better than the one we just looked at is because they have all of these links on their description. So it's got their GoFundMe link, their CD Baby, their Bandcamp, their SoundCloud, the band website, and all of their Facebook websites, which are multiple, and then the description. So definitely, if you are going to use the YouTube version for your EPK, you've got to include all of that. See, he's just got a little description, so there's a lot missing. Okay, and I'm not saying anything about the YouTube because we'll go over that in another call, because there's some things that are good on this, but there's a lot to be improved. And on the other band, they have a pretty good YouTube. Have to look closer, but they've done a lot more work on it. So once you get people to your YouTube, if you have a lot of videos like this, that's really great, as long as they're well organized and they're all the quality that you want to show. So now let's backtrack. Once you've got your hard copies all put together, your photos and your one sheet or description and your press, then you can make it into the, you have the electronic copies already because you had to print them to get the hard copies. So you can compress it into a folder and email it to people. This artist has their files on the Google Drive and then shares it. And so when you go there and open it and download it, you'll see it's got all the elements. Well, almost all the elements. It has a band photo, and I'm not saying like these photos are great or anything. I'm just pointing out it has the CD cover, which is nice to include the CD cover art. And then he's got a couple of other pictures. And it's really important to have your band photos. You can get these pretty cheaply or inexpensively by either someone that you know that's a photographer, or you can post an ad and do a trade for photos for your portfolio with a photographer, and they can use the photos for their portfolio. If you have any press, or especially if you've been on a magazine cover, this is a good thing to include in the press kit. And reviews, for sure, you want reviews. And if you are doing a one sheet, you can even include the review on the one sheet and the CD cover art. And then they have a PDF, so a press release. So it looks a little wordy and there's no paragraphs. I don't think it's a very good example. I'm just showing it to you. And also the links. There's like unprofessional Gmail, like we talked about last week. And he does have the website and Facebook. So that's good. You get the idea. And then the other part, he's included the PDF for the lyrics of the music. What I think is missing is there's no way to really hear the music. So I would put some tracks in there, like maybe some MP3 or maybe another document that has the links to your music on Amazon storage, so it's not downloadable but listenable, or a document that has your SoundCloud links. And so that's this media kit, which is electronic, the EPK from your hard copy. So I went basically from hard copy to EPK, and now if you want to be more creative or minimize and do simpler, you can do the YouTube one that I showed you, or you can use a site like, I think Reverb Nation is good. So here's a band, Castles in Spain, that we worked with previously. That's Biachi, the lead singer. She's amazing, and this was actually a great gig for them. We booked them at the San Francisco AIDS Festival and AIDS Walk after party, and they had such a huge crowd, and they got these great photos for publicity. I mean, that's a really good photo. And so they have, what's nice about Reverb Nation is their songs are all here and they play. So it gives people a chance to listen. And then also the videos can come up, and that's important. All the links, not sure why they have so many Facebook, but band members and gigs. So they've been on a break for a while, so they don't have any gigs posted, but they're getting a new CD. Their 6th CD and coming into performing again in spring 2017. So yay, Biachi. And here's their press. Okay, and then this is Ricky Nanjero, our artist from Kenya, who's actually on the call today. He was on the earlier version. He got up at 4:20 a.m. to be on the call with us. Yay, Ricky, you're the best. So he's got some great photos and his songs. And then also a little bit of bio. Something's wrong with his video, but he told us on the call today he's updating this. And going to add his band members in there. And then there's a few more things he can add on to that site. So it's a nice way to send your link. When you send this to people, all you have to do is send this link, your reverbnation.com, and then // your artist name. So that I would recommend if you're just gonna pick one thing for your electronic press kit. Reverb Nation is really a good one. Another thing that's nice about it is you can see like on Biachi's up here, up in the top right corner, it tells you rank number 3. So it gives you your ranking in your area. No, it doesn't have it for keys, but it does. Oh, maybe because they don't have any charts. So he should be number 1 then. Anyway, that's the Reverb Nation. And then lastly, and in my mind leastly, is Sonic Bids. So Sonic Bids, I mean, it's been around since at least 2006, or I don't know, maybe 7 or 5, but since I've been working in band booking, and I was using it a little bit in the beginning, but then it just seemed like they kept charging money and charging and charging, and then I didn't know any musicians that were getting gigs from it, and they weren't booking any of the bands that I was booking. And also they started then to say, like, oh, we're booking a certain number of Sonic Bid bands at this event, so to try and get people to apply. But I still think it's kind of a like waste. And I've heard a lot of people say that. And I don't know anybody personally, even though I work with thousands and, worked with thousands of artists. I don't know anybody who's ever gotten a gig from Sonic Bids. So that's my update for you on it. But you are more than welcome to make a profile on it, because you will also get a, it'll say / with your band name on here. And you can send that link. We just did use it recently for Rifat Sultana that we had to submit somewhere on Sonic Bids, but like I said, I don't recommend it. It's a little more clunky too than the Reverb Nation, and it just doesn't look as good. It just might be my opinion because I have a non-positive perspective of it. So I encourage you to think for yourself, check it out. Maybe it works for you. Maybe you have a different experience. This is only my experience that I'm sharing, so of course yours will be different. And you see there's a music chat, so you can still upload your music. They just have a different looking interface, obviously. It's not quite as updated, I don't think, as Reverb Nation. And the videos, photos, and the press. So that, besides one more thing I want to point out. So the band here, I wanted to show you quickly their website, because these guys, I think if you're going to have a really good website that includes everything, like the Liquid Blue website, when you go to look at that, if you have a really good website like that, or like this one, it's pretty comprehensive. It pretty much includes everything that you would have on an EPK, because it includes your, they have really good content. They have a lot of facts about the bands. You can see that they've played a lot of places. It shows their video. They have their SoundCloud on here. Their album art and their albums are available. They have great video content here. They picked out their best performances. And then their social media links. Subscribe for their email list. We're going to talk about that in a future call. They've got all the contact, photos page about their records where you can buy their music, videos, news and events, and then their documentary projects. So a website that's really put together with comprehensive content like this, that's well organized, updated, and user-friendly. I mean, this is pretty much as good as EPK. even though some people will still want to receive things in the mail or to get the link. Sometimes you have to include it when you submit somewhere. They want your Reverb Nation link. So, you've got to do what's right for you. These calls and this information is meant to empower you as an artist so that you can take everything that's crazy in this whole world of music and band booking, and you can put together something that makes sense for you. So that's my advice for you today. And I'm going to go and finish celebrating the 4th of July. So we'll see you all next week. Bye, and thanks again. Thanks for tuning in. This time I remembered to record. We finished early. So